Hello, it is Dr. Stephanie here, and I wanted to talk a little bit about navigating distractions. Right now, I am in my office, my door is closed. So let's see if I can navigate the distractions in my life to get through this video. I think that navigating distractions in order to prioritize your purpose is probably one of the biggest things. It's probably one of the most difficult things in order to stay on purpose because distractions are a natural part of life. And I don't know about you, but it almost feels like the more you start to work towards your purpose and get focused on it, the more distractions come up. It's almost like the universe is testing you. Are you really serious about what you said you want to do? Are you really going to try to reach this goal or make this impact? Hmm, let's see what you're made of. At least that's how I feel. I don't know if you feel that way. So I am really trying to figure out the best way to navigate distractions. I was recently decided that I needed some downtime and went to a movie, and it was a long movie, a 3-hour movie. But literally, when I got out of that movie, I had no less than 20 to 30 notifications, emails, text messages, LinkedIn messages, Facebook messages, Twitter messages, Slack messages. And I just looked down at my phone and I'm like, my goodness. So when I'm in a 3-hour movie and I have my notifications off, this is what I come back to. How am I getting anything done in life with this many distractions, with so much noise? And sometimes it's not even just the external noise, it's the internal noise, right? It's those thoughts that are on a loop that are distracting you from your purpose because you're thinking about, oh, but did I do this? And I still have to do that. And what about that? Or what if I can't? And what if I didn't do that right? And what if I fail? So the internal noise is a distraction. So it's noisy. So you've probably guessed that my number one thing for staying on purpose and dealing with distractions is quiet. Quiet. Um, whatever stillness you can get is going to be one of the most important things in staying on purpose. It just is stillness. You may not be somebody who likes to meditate formally, but you still need stillness. And you need it, I believe you need it throughout the day, whether it's going outside and taking a walk and just being still with yourself, being still with your thoughts, whether it's doing box breathing or meditation or yoga or sitting in your closet. Sometimes I just go sit in my closet because there's no noise. There are no distractions in my closet. Um, or prayer or whatever it is, stillness. That's one of the most important things to blocking out the noise. And then really figuring out, do you need all of that chatter? Like, do you need so many people messaging you or notifying you or whatever? And then that gets hard because that means you have to say no. That means you have to cut some things out. For me, I don't know, I'm always unsubscribing to things. Maybe I needed it for a time, but I don't need it right now. And I can always resubscribe if I need it later. Or, you know, using technology to my benefit and having times where my notifications are off. Only if something is an emergency can it get through. Because when there's so much noise, it's very hard for me to stay connected to my purpose. And then not surrounding myself with people who are full of drama and full of noise. I value peace. So I value peace in my relationships too. And I like to surround myself with people who bring peace into my space. And I have noticed that people pick up on that. And so people don't typically call me with gossip. They don't call me with a lot of drama. I mean, unnecessary drama, unnecessary things. And I'll find out about things after the fact. And sometimes I'll be like, oh, well, I was left out. I didn't know all of that was going on. And then in the second breath, I'm like, thank you, Lord. I didn't need the noise. I don't have to know everything. I don't have to be involved in everything. It doesn't mean that they like me any less, that I'm not the go-to person for the chatter. When there's something important, I'm there for them and they're there for me. So I don't get included in every conversation, and that's okay because I don't need the noise and it helps me to focus on my purpose. So if you're included in every conversation, are you really doing the things that you need to do to be on purpose? Because that takes up a lot of energy. Just listening to it takes up a lot of energy. And is it affecting your life? Is it affecting your purpose? And then the last thing I will say about being able to cut through the noise. Sometimes we give ourselves assignments that were not meant for us. And what I mean by that is we will decide that it's our job to fix something or fix somebody or to control something or control somebody. And that's not really our assignment. And the way we know it's not our assignment is because it's not in alignment with our purpose. So if our purpose is crystal clear and being involved in something else, even though it may be a good thing to do, even though you may want to make sure that the new person at your job likes you and you're her best friend, is that really the purpose that you're at that job for? Is for her to become your best friend? Or are you at that job in order to grow and to advance your career? And maybe the byproduct is that you all become best friends, but putting energy into trying to make that happen, it's not part of your purpose. And if it's meant to be, it will be. So those are some of the things that I do to cut through the noise, because there's a lot of noise. There's a lot of noise. I also don't watch the news anymore. I just don't watch the news. There's too much noise there. I find out things that I need to find out. And when my intuition tells me that I need to read something, I read. But I cannot afford all that extra noise and that negativity in my sphere or my space at all. So hopefully you have developed some things that help you cut through the noise so that you can stay on purpose, because it requires energy, it requires focus, it requires passion to continue to move in your purpose. And cutting through the noise helps you to have the energy and the focus and the passion that you need to do that. And I'm rooting for you. I want to see your light shining brightly. I want to see you fulfilling your purpose. And I hope that you're rooting for me too. All right. Bye-bye.